What's going on, everybody? Welcome to AAA Reviews. My name is Seena. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today I want to talk about Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. One of my most anticipated games of the year. Did it deliver? You better fucking believe this game delivers. This game kicks so much fucking ass. Wolfenstein 2 The New Colossus is a sequel to 2014's Wolfenstein The New Order, which I played back in 2014. Now, the first game was pretty early in the PS4's life cycle, so there wasn't really much going on in terms of games to look forward to. Now, this game came out of nowhere. I saw earlier videos of it, didn't think much of it. I picked it up for pretty cheap, and boy, did I fucking love this game. If you haven't played Wolfenstein The New Colossus, this is the gist of it. So Nazis actually won World War II according to this game's history. So with that being said, the turn of events following World War II are quite different than the ones that actually happened today.
Das sind keine Abschüsse. Die sorgen dafür, dass das Gewehr mir nicht wegrutscht.
And as American meathead BJ Blazkowicz, whatever his name is, BJ Blazkowicz, your only job is to kill hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Nazis. Yep, that's it. There is nothing else to the game. But that's what makes this game so good to begin with. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It knows exactly what it's trying to be, and it runs 7,000 miles in that direction. This game's story is so whack. There are so many parts that I'm watching and I'm like, holy fucking shit, is this actually happening? And it is. The game takes so many twists and turns and brings you to so many different environments filled with insane Nazis. The dialogue in this game is insane. It just gives you a taste of how brutal the Nazis are, how relentless they are, how fucked up their mindset is. You go through so many different environments that are just clearly impacted by Nazis. Nazi-occupied American cities. Now, this part is actually really crazy. I remember seeing Washington. It's not really a spoiler, but you see the Capitol building and how it's like occupied by Nazis now. Really, really cool stuff. Something happens there that's batshit insane, and I couldn't believe they did that in the story, but that's part of the whole experience playing Wolfenstein. This game's marketing embraced all of the Nazi bullshit we're seeing in the USA, and I think that's something hilarious. I haven't seen a video game take this much of a politicized approach to doing their marketing for the game. Even on Twitter, it's like "Take America Back from the Nazis." All this stuff. People were getting kind of outraged because of it, but people are a bunch of sissies, so forget them. Overall, I applaud them on having the balls and the courage to kind of use Nazis in their marketing. This game runs super smooth. I'm playing it on my PS4 Pro. It looks gorgeous. It runs super smooth. I'm pretty sure it's at 60 frames, but this game, stunning. The way the fire lights up the environment around you is another thing I really like. The lighting design, very well done in this game. This game sounds really good. The angry Nazis sound like really angry Nazis. The guns sound fantastic. The sounds when you're walking, depending on what environment you're in, whether you're in a submarine and it sounds like you're stepping on metal, or somewhere else, whatever it is, it sounds amazing. The sound of the flames when you're burning people sounds amazing. This game, visually stunning. There's a part, I don't want to spoil it, but it involves a lot of fire and a lot of explosions. The explosions sound really good. The fire coming out of whatever you're shooting the fire from sounds vicious. It sounds really well done. Another thing I loved about this game was the impact of the gun while you're shooting it. The guns kick back. The vibration of the controller is perfect. It just, you feel the kick of the gun, and it feels so satisfying shooting them and shredding hundreds and hundreds of It feels amazing shooting them, and it feels even better shredding hundreds and hundreds of insane, stupid Nazis. This game is absolutely brutal. The AI in this game is actually very good. They just don't run into an area and just blast you with guns. There was one time I saw a few Nazis coming down the stairs. I vaporized the first guy, the other Nazis saw it and ran away and took cover. They didn't run through the guy's ashes, his vaporized body, and try to get me. They saw that the guy in front of them exploded, and then they used their brain and they went and got cover. That's not a bad thing whatsoever, because I like the challenge, and the game never loses its fun factor. Redoing an area is not a bad thing because you can approach it in so many different ways. You can have it silencer in your pistol where you're going around shooting people in the face and executing them. You can run guns a-blazing, dual wielding 2 massive shotguns, shredding hundreds and hundreds of Nazis. You can play it safe, take cover, pop people with your assault rifle, run around, be really strategic. The possibilities in this game are endless. I found myself restarting encounters because I wasn't happy with the way that I did that particular section. I don't do this with a lot of games, only games that I love to play and that are just so fun. No matter how shitty your day, whatever, you're not getting rattled playing online because you just got killed by a 10-year-old who apparently just had sex with your mother. None of that stuff. Old school shooter fun, and that's why I love Wolfenstein 2: The New Order. But honestly, my favorite part of this game was the fact that it just pays homage to the classic first-person shooter. Ever since Call of Duty, for the record, I like Call of Duty games. I actually have the new one. But since Call of Duty, that game altered that game changed the FPS landscape, making them even more focused on multiplayer. So what we've seen is a pretty weak campaign and a pretty robust multiplayer. But the developers of this game actually said that they didn't want to add multiplayer because they feel it'll dilute the experience. Wolfenstein isn't meant to be a multiplayer game. It's meant to be a story-driven, wacky FPS. You don't need to put multiplayer in everything. I'm happy that they used those resources and just made the single player that much better. Really strong voice acting, really strong performances, insane characters, beautifully realized environments, different looking environments. Their attention to detail in the levels, the armor, everything is just so superb, and I'm happy they were just able to make such a fantastic game that pays homage to the first person shooter. Super old school, no regenerating health, insane guns, fucking wacky ass, dumb, stupid enemies. Super visceral, super bloody, very violent, very gory. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see in my FPSs. Bethesda has done such a good job in publishing first-person shooters that are just different. You know, we saw that with the first Wolfenstein, Doom. Amazing, my favorite game of last year, another old school shooter. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. If you like your multiplayer shooters, then stick to that. But if you want something different, play Wolfenstein. I'm happy this game is getting good reviews because it's a sign that the FPS isn't dead yet. You know what I mean? Everybody's vocal about being done with microtransactions, multiplayer shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefront, Battlefield, all of this stuff. Forget it. Try something else. Now, having said all that, this game is not without its flaws. As I mentioned before, one of the big flaws that I found, my personal opinion, this is being nitpicky, there aren't enough weapon upgrades. I would like to see more weapon upgrades. There are different kind of challenges you have to do to get these perks and that kind of thing. And when you do get a perk, it doesn't notify you on the screen. You have to go actually hit pause and see what your progress is like. I would like to see them have a little bit of text saying now, whatever the perk is. I want to know that I got it instead of having to go to the menu and see, oh, it turns out I did get that or whatever. Another thing I didn't really like was the cover system. I felt it was a little bit finicky. There were times that it's hard to initiate when you enter the cover mode or whatever it's called. When you're walking towards a wall, you have to be super close. Your gun will kind of go like this, but when you go to press L2, he doesn't really pop out enough. So you're kind of like moving around, and that gets you out of the ability to go into the cover mode. One issue I had about this game is that I felt that it didn't give you enough weapon upgrades. I would have liked to see about 4, because one of them is always kind of an extended clip, which I feel isn't necessarily, it doesn't affect the firearm that much. It doesn't take away from the game that much, but one upgrade is always for an extended clip, which I feel is kind of a cop-out, just because it doesn't change the gameplay for that gun. It asks you when you want to pick up ammo. You gotta like press square, and it's really annoying. If there's a situation where you need ammo, you should just be able to walk over the gun, the clip, the box of ammo, whatever it is, and you should be able to just take it. I don't want to keep hammering square to get armor and bullets. I don't want to do that. Sometimes when you go over it, it automatically takes them. If it automatically takes them, why are you asking me to take them? You know I want them. Just give them to me. But then again, is this a deal breaker? Not at all. Does it impact your gameplay? Sometimes. Is that a really bad thing? No. Overall, guys, I absolutely loved this video game. I've been disappointed by plenty of games that have come out. This game delivers, exceeded my expectations, just got me so fired up to see more of this insane universe. It's got me fired up for the Doom sequel, hopefully, if we see that. Alright guys, those are my thoughts on Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Have you played the game? What do you think? Comment below, let us know. Thanks for your time, guys. Thanks for subscribing. I'll catch you later.